So I would say this. The minister, listen to this. He said, one good rap song is worth 1,000 of my speeches. Now, the minister don't have no regular short speech. And when he's teaching with great substance. Right. So you're saying 2 hours of substance multiplied by 1,000. One good rap song. What's the average length of a rap song? 4 minutes?
These days, 2.5. But yeah.
Two and a half minutes, and a minute of it is all hook.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. But I'm saying that to say, how powerful is music?
Right.
That 4 minutes can do what 2,000 hours of teaching from the greatest teacher can do. That's saying that we need to start using this as a weapon of our freedom, and as a tool to build our people. Do you know, Brother Reno, that Mao Zedong, when he took power in China, his people were all on opium or selling opium, all drug addicts or drug dealers, the whole nation of China. They was on the bottom of civilization. Do you know what he did? He made it illegal for you to make any music except for music that uplifted the Chinese people. Wow. Every play that was put on the stage had to uplift Chinese people. There had to be articles that were inside of their publications that didn't just reflect the reality of what was going on, but there had to be something in it that gave hope to the future of the Chinese people. And by him making arts and culture promote Chinese pride, within 1 year, there were no more opium addicts or opium dealers. Now I'm saying, I know for sure China has never had a Beyonce. China has never had a Jay-Z or Lil Wayne. China hasn't had the talent that we have. Right. So if in 1 year, the Chinese artists promoting Chinese pride can turn their nation around, what could we do with the talent we have?
Yeah. The leadership in America would never go down that route,
But we got to take control of it.
Right.
See, we have to take control of it. We have the authority to control the narrative now.
Yeah.
We just have to believe in ourselves enough that we can distribute, push, and promote our own projects. Do you know that this is religious, spiritual? Do you know that the devil introduces himself as a ventriloquist?
Elaborate.
So, ventriloquist is when they sit down and
stick the dummy on the
Yeah. Stick the hand.
With the tile and left her.
Yeah, he said. So, and what happens?
He got the puppet master.
He's moving his mouth, but the puppet is not saying his own words from his own mind. He's saying the words of one that controls him. Satan is introduced as someone in the Bible that speaks to Adam and Eve through a serpent. Serpents don't have vocal cords.
Come on.
So if a serpent doesn't have a vocal cord, how did words come out the mouth of a serpent? It wasn't literal. Right. It's a parable. It's a metaphor. It's saying to us that watch out, because Satan is going to use someone else to represent his idea. So question is, whose lap are our artists sitting on? And whose hand is up their back?
Come on.
We see your black face and we see your lips moving.
Yeah.
But since question, whose mind is in your mouth?
Come on.
So you do know that from the industry that they have old white men, pen pushing old white men sitting behind desks, and they bring you in. They tell you, look, we've got great talent, but we need you to get a little lower.
Yeah.
And make it just get a little funky.
Right.
I'm saying it's not gonna sell.
Right.
And you'll see that the artists, our people know that if I can go to this gatekeeper, you have 1,000 artists, one of them might be conscious.
Yeah.
The other 999 might be willing to sell their soul. And what does he do? Since this is the area that we are channeling our talent and skill set and our practice in, they can say, oh, you know what? I'll take you, because you look like you're going to sell your soul to best, and the rest of y'all can go on.
Right.
So once they seen, as you said, with Chuck D and Public Enemy, Poor Righteous Teachers, Brand Nubian, X-Clank, once they seen the conscious was actually affecting the conscious,
right,
they immediately said, we got to flip it. And what did they do? They went from revolutionary, conscious to gangster.
Yeah.
Now we went from saving our people to killing our people. Now what's happening?
Now we over-sexualize, materialize,
Materialism,
drug,
sexism, bragging about being a dope fiend.
Right.
Ain't never in the history of black people that we actually bragged about being a junkie.
Right.
But now we bragging about being a junkie.
You could see the most down baddest crackhead in the world, and he'll swap it down. He ain't on crack. And like, I'm looking at you, I know. Yeah, so it was a shameful thing back in the days, but yeah, we more so it's glorified. It's glorified now.
So you know what ends up happening to us is that it's a reason why whenever you going through your social media, it's called your feed.
Yeah.
It's called your feed.
Yeah.
You are what you eat. So so back in our era, they use radio programming and television. That was the primary instrument that was used. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said this one day in the early days. He said, one day the devil will be in your living room and you won't even know it. Guess what he was talking about? The television.
Man.
Modern translation. One day the devil will be in your pocket,
man,
and you don't even know it.
Right.
So they used to tell us a vision with television.
Yeah.
What is a vision? An image of the future. I'm telling you a vision. I put something on this box to make you think this is what everybody's doing, and I make you feel like you behind, so go ahead and do it. It wasn't happening. It wasn't reality, but I'm creating a reality by showing it to you. A radio program.
Right.
Definition of program is the installation of commands in advance to dictate an action in the future. That's what they did with the rate. Now we got a feed on our timeline. And we're looking at it and we are thinking that this is how everybody's getting down now. This is how everybody's doing it. So I need to be doing the same thing everybody else is doing. He on dope and still got a Bentley.
Right.
Look at he smoked this, he on drinking it, so forth, and he still got diamonds. And it's an illusion. It's an illusion. So we unfortunately our cell phones have become jail cell phones. And the same way a cell can keep you entrapped into a small space, if you are locked into this cell phone, it can have you locked into a small reality when you function in the world.
And it's a drug too, man. It's addictive. The whole social media is addictive because people spend if you just go out into the public, anywhere you can go, if you see 20 people, 16 of them looking
at that. So this is what's so crazy about it. So there's an Indian author who wrote a book called Digital Heroin. And he shows by putting the brain under the brain scan that the same dopamine rush that comes from shooting heroin comes from consistently staring at social media.
Right.
It's a dopamine rush.
Right.
You can be addicted to it, just like a drug itself.
Right. Right.
Now what ends up happening in this social dilemma is that, for every psychology dictates physiology.
Okay.
In other words, however I'm thinking, that's going to determine how my body language is. If I'm not interested in what you're saying, you can tell.
Right.
If I'm tired, if I'm very interested, you can tell.
Right.
Psychology impacts physiology, but by the law of reversibility, physiology can affect psychology.
Dang. Come on.
They found that it's impossible for you to think negative down thoughts and keep a smile on your face.
Wow.
At a certain point, your physiology is going to affect your psychology and you're going to start thinking better than you were thinking.
Right.
What happens whenever my head is down at 45-degree angle all the time? See, if my head is down physiology, then it affects my psychology. My thinking is going to go down too. So as long as everybody's at the dinner table and this is everybody's doing, as long as you see people walking down the street, and this is what we're doing, as we are looking down, we start thinking down.
Right.
No, maybe this is a tool.
Yeah. And I see a lot of time, I got to catch myself because you'll be scrolling and when you get caught in that little scroll zone and the stuff you read and see from other people, it starts to affect your spirit and your mood because this person going through it, this person mad, this person cussing out their baby mama, and all this stuff you taking it in. So when you say you are what you eat, you know, it represents more than just that physical food.
That's right.
It's killing us too.
Yeah, that's right.
So
there's the message of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad to validate your point. He said these two systems, the brain and digestive system, have a lot in common. What affects one affects the other.
Right.
So you can have swine food, but you can also have swine ideas. In the same way that pork or swine, trichina worms can eat your brain cells, so can lies and falsehood and negative information.
Right.
So we have to be careful that we're not eating swine.
Yeah. We look at our condition as Black people and a lot of people that, man, it ain't no saving. It's no possible way. I know that to be not true, but what would be just some of the things you would say to say, well, you know what, these are some of the things we need to start implementing in order to try to turn that steering wheel and get this thing lined up right?
Well, there's a saying that I have, Carino, that kind of keeps your mind calibrated. And I say this: I will not allow my self-image nor any other perception to be shaped by non-scriptural concepts.
Gotcha.
In other words, if God didn't say it, I'm not riding with you.